Good morning. It's Monday morning. I should know what today's date is because hopefully Phineas will make an appearance. My newest grandson, um, because it hasn't happened yet, or at least we haven't gotten the news that it's happened yet. Um, so. So to update you, first of all, I'm Faith at Faith&books. To update you, for Victober, I was going to read Phineas Finn by Anthony Trollope, which is the second book in the Palliser series. So I was going to read Can You Forgive Her in September. That was my plan way back. And this was inspired by the fact that when my son and daughter-in-law found out they were pregnant again, they have one little girl named Edith, who's 19 months old. They decided, and they found out it was a boy, they decided to name him Phineas. So I said, okay, I'm going to do this because I've been wanting to read the Palliser series, and I'm going to time it so that I read Phineas Finn in October when he's due. So, but he's now 9 days overdue, and my daughter-in-law, they're up in Boston, I'm down in Virginia. My daughter-in-law went in on Friday night at 8 to be induced. She was a week late. But just before she went in, of course, she started actual labor on her own. So when she went in, I don't know what they did. They did some sort of gentle thing with her to sort of push along the labor, but she was slowly progressing. And then around 2 in the afternoon the next day, so like on Saturday, it just stopped. So then, I forget now, I don't know the order of things. I'm not even being informed. My son is telling my daughter, whose son I'm about to pick up, he was keeping her, she was sort of the point person for information. Because my husband kept saying, we don't want to bother him, let him just do it and they'll let us know afterwards. So I wasn't getting information directly from him. He was giving it to my other daughter. So, but somehow her water broke on its own, and then I think they gave her the, is it Pitocin? I always wonder if I pronounce that right. And I heard that at 11:30 last night they'd given her an epidural, but no news this morning. It's going on 9 o'clock. What is going on up there? And I Facebook messaged the other grandmother who is up there in Boston taking care of their little daughter, for them while they're in the hospital. And she's been in the hospital this whole time. And she didn't know any more either. So I don't know what's going on. Were they just so exhausted that they're just out? Or is this kind of worrisome, I think? Anyway, so I've been struggling to finish Can You Forgive Her? I didn't read it in September. I only started it. I got sidetracked by Shake-tember, which I enjoyed. And then I got back into this at the very end of September. This is 844 pages long, and I was trying to read a whole other bunch of other stuff at the same time. So last night, just a little after 11, I had like 4 pages left, and I could not do it. My eyes just weren't functioning anymore. So I got up this morning, and I finished reading it, and I actually started, I've done like half the first chapter in Phineas Finn. Then it occurred to me, what if like my Victober pledge had some sort of a voodoo power and that the baby could not be born until I had finished this and started Phineas Finn like my original plan was. So I just want my daughter to know that she's allowed to have Phineas now because I have indeed finished Can You Forgive Her, and I have indeed started Phineas Finn. So please, little Phineas, make an appearance, and I hope and pray that everyone is healthy and well and that we will hear new. I'm really kind of almost beside myself with, worry. Anyway, so that's that. I'm going to do another video since I'm just sitting here in the car holding this thing with my hand and waiting to pick up my grandson. I don't feel like I have the presence of mind to do a good analysis, but I have been taking notes when I was reading Can You Forgive Her, and I want to do a video just on analyzing that book. I'll try not to be too spoilerish. There might be vague spoilers. I'm sorry, I feel like I keep jiggling this. So I don't know. I'll put a I'll put a warning on it. But it's an interesting novel, and there's a lot of parallels running through it, and it was a good book. 5 stars. It was very good. It was the first volume is slow. It's enjoyable, but it's slow. The second volume really picks up, and a lot happens. So, and now I'm on to Phineas Finn, which starts off at a completely different place. They're in Ireland, and then the son Phineas, the son of this doctor, goes to London to study under a barrister. That's about as far as I've gotten. So I'm going to keep reading this until I hear that my grandson is born. And then once that's done, I'm going to try and spend the rest of October reading Lorna Doone and really catching up. I haven't gotten very far at all this week. I don't know. I don't even know. I'm not even to page 200 yet out of this book. So that's bad. So I really gotta get started on that. And then I also want to do another video where I do my November TBR. So, yeah. So this has been kind of a crazy Victober. I think every Victober turns out to be crazy for me, but this is especially crazy. And if you're a praying person, could you please send up a prayer for my daughter-in-law and my little grandson and my son too, who's going through this, and the big sister, the little 19-month-old who's going to be a big sister. So, all right, well, thanks for listening or watching, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great Victober, and I'll talk to you later. Happy reading. Bye.